A CBS News poll out this morning finds 53% of Americans disapprove of the Republican tax plan. A majority of Americans say the bill will benefit large corporations and wealthy Americans, but only 31% think it will help middle-class Americans, and less than a quarter believe it will help them and their families. Independent Senator Bernie Sanders of Vermont is the ranking member of the Senate Budget Committee.
The American people understand is that this legislation is a gift to the largest corporations in this country who are already doing phenomenally well and to the wealthiest people. 62% of the benefits in the Republican Senate tax proposal goes to the top 1% and large corporations. And at the end of 10 years, we're going to have some 80 million Americans paying more in taxes. So in the midst of massive income and wealth inequality, we give tax breaks to billionaires, raise taxes on the middle class.
But your point about it going to is because the corporate tax rate, because what the Republicans are proposing is that it would go from 35% to 20%. To be fair, President Obama also proposed a reduction in the corporate tax rate, but to about 28%. Are you saying that those businesses won't reinvest that money in American businesses and American workers?
Yes, of course, that's what I'm saying. And I think that's what they are saying. If anybody thinks that this is going to result in higher wages and more jobs in America, I don't believe that that's the case. This is trickle-down economic theory. It is a theory that did not work under Reagan, did not work under George W. Bush, certainly did not work in Kansas. This legislation drove up the deficit by $1.4 trillion. And now what Paul Ryan and other Republican leaders are saying, oh my goodness, the deficit has gone up. We have to deal with that crisis. And you know how they're going to do it? Read the front page of the New York Times the other day. They are going to now come back and cut Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and education. Tax breaks for billionaires and cuts to programs for the most vulnerable people in this country. Some people may remember that during the campaign, candidate Donald Trump, he said, I'm not going to cut Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid. Well, I challenge President Trump today to tell the Republican leadership that he will veto any legislation that comes forward that contradicts the promises that he made to the American people in terms of Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid.